I just want to talk about a couple of things before I pass it on to you, because I think this is a brilliant piece of defending as well by Coyote, number 33. Look at that, how he defends the back post. Then they win the next contact. Then Thiago does ever so well. And then once Matthias Jensen passes that ball back into him, and I want to now give it to you, Shep, because I thought you asked a great question there, Franco, because you talk about nowadays just scanning. Just keep your eye. Can you see my hand? Yeah. Look at Jordan Henderson. He has 2 looks, doesn't he?
He has the first look here. That's why I asked him if he had already decided. But I believe that he gave me the answer. He knows that Shade is very good in the run. He loves running behind the defense. So he knew already that he was connecting with him.
Yeah.
And as soon as Jordan received the ball, he's on the move.
Yeah.
You can see.
So this is him here. Like, he knows.
You can see. There is a connection.
Yeah, and he knows that there's a lot of grass there. The fullback's not coming in. Tosin's got a problem because he's probably thinking, you can see in his body shape, he wants to run this way. So maybe that space is going to go in behind him. And then he's got a lot of grass because he's a brilliant athlete as well, isn't he, Franco?
But it's now I'm going back in my time, and when I play with Jimmy Floyd, Jimmy Floyd used to like and run behind the defenders, okay? So every time I got the ball, he was already in the move because I knew I was going to have a look to him and try to set a ball for him. Yeah. And it was the same I saw here. There was a connection between him and Jordan because he knows Jordan can deliver a good ball and he can run. So
let me ask you this. You said, so if another player maybe had been on the ball, no disrespect, that didn't have your football IQ, would Jimmy Floyd maybe not have made that run?
I don't know.
Yes, you do. It's not funny. You're too humble, Franco.
No, I think Jimmy was very good. I mean,
but his eyes lit up when you had the ball. Would you say that? He knew that you could
Yeah, he knew that I could provide that pass.
Yeah.
But again, it's for me, I always said that it's not who gives the pass, but who detects the pass that makes the difference. Because when you have somebody that, like Shade, makes that kind of run, then it's easy for you to deliver a good ball.
Because both of us, when we saw the pass, we were both like off our feet going, that's what you want to come to football and see. Because it was he saw it, he delivered it. Can you execute? It's not always easy, but it also helps when you look at the number 7 that's running away and you see that pace that he's got. Because you was impressive in tonight, Shada, wasn't you?
No, it was very good. I think that the guy, like you said before, he has a lot of potentials. He hasn't reached his full potential yet. He needs to improve a couple of things, but you can see that he can do very good things.
A player we spoke about as well, Franco, one of the best, I think. Reminds me at times of you, was the introduction of this guy, Cole Palmer. He was involved, and we talk so much now about scanning. And I want to ask, because his head is pretty much on a swivel here, Franco. Just keep your eye on him. How many times he just turns his head just to see where the ball is, or who's going to close him down? Look, 2, 3, 4, he's always looking at the picture. 5. That's something you have to be aware of, Franco.
No, absolutely. Especially a player like him that is always very marked. He's always got 1 player or 2 players that are looking after him. The ability to look before you receive the ball and to know before you receive the ball what to do with it makes a big difference.
And how hard's that finish?
He always maximizes everything he does. Either is a finish or a pass. He's always well thought at the proper one to do. So he's growing up so fast. I'm very impressed with him.
So they make those changes at half-time. They go level through Cole Palmer, and they almost went in front through Cole Palmer. And this one was a little less characteristic of him.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think
it's great goalkeeping. It's a little bit of both, isn't it? Brilliant goalkeeping.
Great goalkeeping because he anticipated. He knew the ball was going there, and he moved before. So he was very good. Look at him. Look. The goalkeeper has been brilliant.
Yeah. Because I mean, I think he's been a great signing for Brentford. Koeman's got he's just such a calm goalkeeper. He's very much like Alisson. He's obviously learnt from one of the best, but he's very good at just anticipating and reading it. Do you think maybe he just tries to open his left foot up there, doesn't he? Just perhaps doesn't guide it into the corner enough?
Well, I think looking from behind, I think Cole did exactly what he had to do. He delivered a ball, and he was also a very good shot. The only thing is that the goalkeeper anticipated that, and he closed completely the goal.
Yeah, and when we talk about the players who've gone out, obviously Kevin Kelleher's come in as in goal and has made, given them a sort of sense of reassurance as well.
Yeah.
Moises Caicedo with the goal that put Chelsea in front in this game, and this was some strike.
Great strike, Franco, and obviously Garnacho. We mentioned the fault for the goal, but this is what we want to see from him.
I think the number gave him a little bit of extra quality in the finishing.
Yeah.
No,
this is your number, Franco. Yeah, it's one of your strikes.
I think Caicedo has grown up a lot. We know how important he is defending, but in the last year and a half, also he's got better also finishing.
Yeah.
It's not the first goal, important goal that he scores.
It's a pure strike.
Pure strike.
And Kevin Schade, just take wait, because it's one that he doesn't quite anticipate that the ball's going to come out there, and what he does, he almost like just waits and just sit. Then he goes again, and if he had probably just run, he might have just been able to get the block on it, but he just gives Caicedo enough time to sort of reset himself and then hit that strike. And you can see the keeper sees it so late, it goes through Collins, Aya. There's that sort of corridor that you can't quite get across if you're the goalkeeper. And then and you could see how despondent Brentford were. Well, I honestly thought that's the end of that. And that's so harsh on them because they'd played so hard, they'd worked for every single second. And that was one of those, it was just a punch on the nose they didn't deserve. But
even Rob Green in commentary said you could see from his his footwork, it was those little tiny steps towards the corner, and he did everything he could, except it was just a great strike. And just reward for Chelsea, because they looked like a different side in the second half.
Yeah, in the second half, before they got the goal, we were just talking and we saw how they were getting more balls, they were controlling more balls, but also they were creating chances. So they were really putting a lot of pressure. They play very well, in my opinion, in the second half. But, fair enough to say that Brentford, despite all the doubts that we had at the beginning because of the change of manager, a lot of players left, but they show resilience and organisation. I mean, they did everything they had to do to stay in the game, and they got what they deserved.
I must admit, I didn't like the team he picked first half. The manager for Chelsea. I felt that the two fullbacks, one making his, I think was his full Premier League debut, and from Leicester, what's his name?
Had to.
No, not Hatto, and the other one. No, from the right back. Sorry, Fofana. Sorry, my mind. It's getting late.
Do you know, you've done that all day. You keep getting,
I should know.
It's a mental block.
No, but Fofana is predominantly a centre-back.
Yeah,
he played 3 or 4 games there at right back. Like, he doesn't, I think for him, being out injured as long as he has, to go and ask a player to go and play right back, and especially at a place like Brentford where it's fast, it's furious, he got booked early, Haito, and he found it really difficult, and Fofana at right back, and we all go, oh great, he's changed it, he's changed the game. Well, he got it wrong in the first half. He shouldn't have made that mistake. And I think you give yourself a problem there, because I felt that he didn't pick the right team.
I wonder if some of the choices they are detected by all the games that they need to play, because next week they are playing Bayern and there will be a tough
international
match.
As well.
He said that as a few players coming back from international duty.
I think you can get away with one. I just think when you change both full-backs like that and you don't play one, especially for Fofana that's not predominantly a right-back, I think he just took a risk, and it didn't work first half. But second half, when you're bringing on the players that you can change it.
And they did turn it around to 2-1, but ended up drawing 2.
How delighted will Brentford be with that?
Oh, they will be delighted, because the second half they were pushed back so much. Chelsea with a far better team, and with Palmer on and Reece James, I think the substitutions worked really well and shows how the strength of Chelsea's squad. They changed the game tactically and personnel, but they were hanging on in there, and they did hang on in there at times. They might have had the third goal, which would have killed the game off, but they kept going, showed a lot of character, as they do, and they're going to have to, as we said. And that long throw is a weapon, and they used it very well right at the very death of the game. They'll be delighted in that dressing room, but they know that they're going to have to play like that every week and show that spirit, show that character to actually have a decent season like they're expecting. The fans expect more at Brentford. That's the little bit of pressure that Keith has got, has taken over as manager there.
And that's because they've done so well since being promoted. As we said earlier, they haven't ever dropped into the bottom 3 in 5 seasons. That's an incredible stat.
Well, this is why Thomas Frank's at Tottenham now. It's an amazing job that he did there, and that. But they deserve a lot of credit. You just got to stay in the game. You've got to stay in the game, pick your moments, and then also when you get the chances, you've got to have the quality to execute the chances and that. But these long throws, Like it just causes chaos.
I think also the key to that performance there in many ways was Kelleher's save. When Palmer comes on to make it, you're thinking that's going to be the goal that kills the game off. He's pulled off an unbelievable save and kept them in the game.
Yeah, important, isn't it?
That's the level now, though.
Yeah,
there's no excuse for these players. That's the level. You know, if you go toe-to-toe with a top Chelsea team, going forward, you know, the manager would demand that sort of performance.
Now, you must have scored a number of late goals in your time. What is that feeling like? I can imagine there's no better.
No, you can't describe it, especially if it's a winner.
Yeah.
When it's the winner and that, you can't describe it. It's the best feeling ever. It's that's something special in it when you score the last minute and that. But like, I mean, for Brentford and Carvalho that scored the equaliser, he'd be buzzing. But you can see even the manager, you know, he'd be delighted.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it wasn't a win for Brentford in the end, but it almost felt like it because it was such an important point earned. Well, let's have a look at Cole Palmer's goal, shall we? He had an impact, didn't he, as he came
He had a massive impact. That's what you want from a substitute. You go out there and change the game, and he did it.